because especially females, they always come in, I don't want to get bulky. And I start with like the physiological, like women do not produce nearly enough testosterone for them to bulk.
Preach.
That's not going to happen. And I'm like, don't be afraid to heavy lift. And then I bring in myself. I'm like, I can deadlift 350 and I'm going for the record for 400. And do I look bulky? I got a big booty, but
that's all that matters.
I'm like, you want the booty, you got to lift heavy. So, and that's, I mean, just explaining that to people is that they just need to understand that it's physiologically impossible unless you are supplementing with illegal stuff.
Right. Yeah.
As well as being overweight.
To be in some kind of caloric cycle for it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's, and what, we gain muscle about like a quarter of a pound each month. Like it's, muscle growth is a slow process. So if they've had experience with, because I've heard that before, like, well, I used to work out in the past and I've gained weight. Well, that could perhaps be related to caloric intake, So that's why working with the trainer can help with that, have it more structured.
I also try to tell people that building muscle is how you're going to get toned. You don't get toned by losing fat, because if the muscle isn't there for your skin to hug around, like you're not going to see it.
It's not maintainable. It isn't. If you just do cardio, like where is that going?
Yeah.
It's a fragile.
Yeah, and you're a week, let's say you're sick for a week, you come back, you're dead. You're crawling on that treadmill versus you're coming back and you're getting a lift. You're gonna feel okay after, I don't know, second set will be flying easy. You will be.
I
Fast recovery.
sympathize them in the beginning first, trying to understand why they feel that way.
Oh yeah.
But then I
Well, poor you.
no, and then the second part comes is like, there is certain athletes are going to look like the sport that they play. And we use that as an example. Like certain people look like basketball players, certain people look like soccer, certain people look like deadlifters. Like there's this common body building in that realm, but within those sports there's also a difference. So the one thing that's not absent is performance. So you have to accept the performance of what you want to do, and that is going to be putting you on a strength-based program. Now, how your body's going to respond to that is not going to be bulky from where you are, but you have to, I feel like I have to sympathize with them on that realm. And you could use the thing is you can train like the athlete you want to look like to a degree, but you have to realize they're professionals that do it for 20 to 30 hours a week.
That's their job. That's what they do.
So
right?
you don't have that
The
much
volume is
time, so you're
different.
not going to reach that level of performance, but based on your job, based on your time of availability, based on what you can do, let's put those components together. And it's not going to be absence of strength. So, I mean...
Yeah. And plus, having more muscle burns more calories too, because muscle requires energy to sustain itself. So, that means eating more food. So why would you want that?
But I think it's a well-rounded thing. I think you want to be pliable, you want to be able to move well. So there's a form of cardio. There's a form of cardio strength and yoga-ish or type of mobility that you want to keep in your program. To me, those three components are keep you. How do you want to say it? You're resilient.
And also, what's wrong with looking strong and bulky? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like strong.
Right.
Whereas
But
5-6 years ago, it was very
rail thin and fragile. No, we ain't about that anymore.
arms. Okay.
That's one thing I'll bring up every once in a while is why would you want to go through life in a body that's a fraction of as strong as it could be, or a fraction of as capable as it could be, regardless of the social stigmas that are around, your physique and things like that. If it's limiting you, you shouldn't let.
Yeah.